Hi, this is Yaffi Lvova, registered dietitian nutritionist with Baby Bloom Nutrition and my little guy behind me who is home sick. So today, welcome to Naptime Nutrition. Today we were supposed to be talking to career coach Erin Garcia, who is fantastic, and that's going to be pushed off for another time because in some kind of Shakespearean not good thing, fill in the blank there, a plague hit both of our houses, and she's not able to join me today, and I'm barely able to be here. But you know what? So instead of talking about the work-life balance and managing being a mompreneur, which I'm feeling the struggle today on that one, we're going to be talking about bolstering the immune system and what you should do to help prevent getting sick and what you should do when you're sick. And this is both for adults and for kids. So what's the difference between bolstering and boosting? You've probably heard a lot of talk about boosting your immune system, and there are a lot of products out there aimed at boosting your immune system. So what they're trying to do is increase the amount of immune cells that you're producing. And I'm going to tell you why this is not a good thing and why these things are generally a waste of your money and are actually somewhat dangerous. So the first thing is that an overactive immune system is kind of like an army with no target. Your body in an immune system overdrive is just going to pick a target and go for it. And that's how we end up with autoimmune disorders. That's how we end up with some allergies as well. If you have recently taken an allergy test, gotten back an allergy panel, and it's got like this huge list of foods that you can't have, this is not normal. It indicates that something else is going on, that your body has started to see harmless proteins, because your body generally reacts to the proteins rather than other parts of food. Has started to see harmless proteins as invaders and has started attacking them. And that's where you get some food allergies. Some of them we don't need to deal with. You know, I'm allergic to mango, so I get this crazy reaction that my body thinks it's an invading species when I eat mango, and it blows up, and well, it's not good. But I'm not going to do anything about it because it's mango. It's only one thing. It's fairly easy to isolate in my diet. But if you have an entire list of food allergens, it could be an indication that your body has started overreacting to foods, and that could be something that you should address with a healthcare professional as far as why your body's doing that and what you can do to reverse it. But that illustrates precisely why we don't need to buy these products to boost our immune system. We don't really want to end up on the other side of that coin toss. Okay, so I mentioned what the risks are there. This goes as far as blood doping. If you haven't heard of that, it's something that athletes do in order to increase the amount of immune cells in their blood. And this actually puts them at higher risk for stroke. Your body produces enough immune cells to fight what's going on, either proactively or defensively. But our systems are really smart, and they really work that way. So you don't want to overtax your system by buying a product that's supposed to boost your immune system. Either way, it's going to work and you're in bad shape, or it's not going to work and you're just really out a lot of money. So what should you do? As far as nutrition, you need to have varied nutrition and enough of it. This can be really difficult as a parent to get enough nutrition when you're trying to take care of everyone around you, especially during cold and flu season when you have kids at home. So make sure that you are eating. When you feed your kids, eat yourself. Make sure you have snacks handy. Make sure when you open your fridge, there's something available to eat. Make sure that your nutrition intake is full of antioxidants. Think colorful fruits and veggies. And you can do that in smoothies. A lot of times when we're feeling under the weather, a smoothie really sounds good. And if you pack it full of spinach, for example, then you can really get a lot of antioxidants that way. And increase your fiber. A lot of these suggestions are things that you should be doing every day to maintain good health anyway. You're just going to be especially on top of it if there is sickness in your house. So antioxidants, fiber, which is in fruits and vegetables, beans, nuts, hydration. Stay on top of your hydration. I did an Naptime Nutrition specifically on hydration and how much you need. The best judge of your hydration status is always your urine color. All these studies that come out saying how many cups or ounces or whatever you should drink per day don't take into account your climate, your level of activity, your genetics, the amount that you sweat. There are so many factors, the humidity in the air. There's so many factors that affect how much hydration you need. So you really want to judge your body's hydration based on what's in the toilet. probiotic foods and prebiotic foods. And this is really coming back to the prebiotics is fiber, really anything that has a lot of fiber. And I did an Naptime Nutrition on prebiotics as well as probiotics, so I will attach that link in the comments section. And the probiotic foods you're going to look at are most likely fermented foods. You're looking at sauerkraut and kimchi. Pickles in general are not truly fermented at this point. If you do have an actually fermented pickle, that's fine. And pickles are fine in general. They just don't really count as a probiotic food because they are generally vinegar-based as opposed to actually fermented at this point. Yogurt as well, which you may or may not like when you're actually sick, but it's good leading up to it. So sleep, trying to get enough sleep. This can be really difficult. Try to cut out time for naps. Try to relax when you can. Sometimes the dishes are going to pile up. Sometimes the laundry is going to pile up. And you have to keep in mind what your priorities are, especially during this time when you're taking care of sick kids at home or fighting off something yourself. Make sure that your body comes first. So stress management. Stress actually decreases our ability to fight off foreign body invaders. So you really want to manage your stress. That means taking time for yourself. That means self-care. That means yoga, tai chi, some kind of meditation. It means happy music. Put on some happy music. And spending some time actually hanging with the kids. I have not been an example of this the past couple of days, trying to get things done while they've been home. But if your kids are coloring, sit down and color with them. If they're playing with Legos, play Legos with them. And you know what? If they're sick and you are hanging out with them, sit on the couch and watch some TV with them. It's fine. It's good quality time together, and it's time that you can spend just downtime, just relaxing. And to make meal prep easier, try to get some stuff that's pre-made, or use your rice cooker, your crock pot, your instant pot, whatever the most efficient and easy equipment is that you have. Use that. There are no prizes awarded for a lavish banquet table when your family is too sick to even eat it. So joyful movement. Exercise increases endorphins, but if you have to stress out to force yourself to exercise, that's really going to work against your purpose. You don't want to be at the gym forcing yourself to be on the treadmill, unless the treadmill is something relaxing for you, in which case go for it. But if you prefer, like I do, yoga and Zumba and hip hop classes, and weight training even, go for that. Whatever makes you happy when you're moving your body, that's what you should be doing. There are a lot of free videos on YouTube, so go find something that makes you happy. Joyful movement is not only relaxing because it brings a smile to your face, which helps boost your immunity. Yeah, there are no studies done on that. But if you want to participate in a study, I'm happy to design one. It increases your relaxation and well-being. It increases your sleep quality and decreases your stress. And those are all factors that are going to lead to a positive and healthy immune system. Decrease your alcohol. It can be really tempting to have a glass of wine or more when your kids are homesick. But the truth is that you are at risk for getting sick. And when you have alcohol, it's going to decrease your immune response in a couple of different ways. One of them is that it decreases your quality of sleep. If you have alcohol within 4 to 6 hours of going to sleep, then it'll decrease the amount of REM sleep you get, which means you're not getting that high quality sleep that's really going to contribute to your immune system. So, okay, solution, beer with breakfast, right? No, I'm just kidding. Alcohol really does tax the immune system, so you want to stay away from it when you're at risk. How about supplements? How about the pills, right? Well, I'm really in favor of focusing on actual foods. So the supplements that you can take on a daily basis, multivitamin, it's always good to take a multivitamin just in case. A probiotic, and again, I'm going to link to that. Vitamin D, I can link to that one as well. And fish oil, those are really good for just general health and well-being. If you're actively sick, you can boost your vitamin C intake. Although if you really overdo it, it can give you a bit of a tummy ache, but it does reduce the duration of a cold. Increase your antioxidants, and you can do that by drinking some green tea. And I mentioned it in the actual food section, eating a lot of fruits and vegetables that have some really bright colors. You can take zinc. There are zinc lozenges, there are zinc pills, whatever works for you. And echinacea was actually proven to reduce the duration of a cold. So if that's your thing, go for it. A lot of people are doing elderberry, and I don't have much personal experience with that, but people really swear by it. A form of that is sambucol, and that really does have some research behind it as far as shortening the duration and severity of the flu specifically. So before you try anything, check with your doctor. Your doctor has your medical chart. And if you want to touch base with a dietitian one-on-one, feel free to message me and I can get your medical chart. But the truth is that you should never take nutrition advice en masse like this. This is not meant for one-on-one counseling. It's meant to be something to think about, and before you actually start to make any changes in your nutrition or in your supplement regimen, you really need to talk to someone who has your medical chart, who understands your body and your experiences. So what do you do when you're sick or when your kids are sick? Rest, hydrate, relax, and listen to your appetite. This is a big thing. I get questions all the time. My kid is sick. What can I get him to eat? It's not your job to get your child to eat anything at any point. Anyway, that's their job. You present a variety of food and they eat. When they're sick, you want to provide some foods that are a little bit easier to handle. Smoothies, soups, for example, crackers, orange slices. These are things that are well received, but the truth is that your child or you may not have an appetite, and that's because your body's really focused on healing. So it's important for you to honor your hunger and honor their hunger, and if they don't have an appetite, don't push it. Push the hydration, push the sleep, but don't push the food, because they'll be hungry when they're ready. So if you have any questions, I'm here as always. I will see you next Tuesday when I have a fabulous guest, Noreen Hunani Ali, who is a registered dietitian in Toronto and a food therapist, a feeding therapist. And we're going to be talking about the importance of food play, why you should play with your food. So join me then, Naptime Nutrition, 1 p.m. Arizona time, which is 3 p.m. East Coast, noon West Coast. And follow me on Pinterest, pinterest.com/Yaffi. If you're local, come to Toddler Test Kitchen. We had a blast this weekend making homemade soda with a soda stream and some frozen fruit and some energy balls. And I'm not telling you what's next, so you have to come see. Check me out at babybloomnutrition.com, right here on Facebook, Instagram, babybloomnutr, and I hope to see you next week. You won't want to miss it. Thanks.